Hey guys, I wanted to do a kind of an in-depth review, I guess, of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, specifically the Laredo. This is a 2015. I bought this car. It's also 4x4. I bought this car with 13,000 miles, and it's great. It was great for 3 years, and didn't have any issues at all for 3 years. It ran great. However, I started to have more and more issues, especially the fourth year I had the car. I'll start with the pros first. Because it definitely has some pros for sure. The first pro I would say is it looks cool. It looks pretty freaking badass. I love this car, and how it looks at least. I like the headlight design. I think it looks pretty cool. I have the headlight there as well. You have the high beams up there in the back. I also like how the lights look here in the back. It's really cool too, the driver's side. So if we take a look here, so you can adjust it here. Very nice. And the lumbar support over here as well. That's really cool. I like that. Also it has a good amount of storage as well. So let's take a look here. Got some stuff here in the back, but it has a good amount of storage. The seats come down. It's cool. I like it. Also, you got the sports mode over here. So if you hit that little S over there, it kind of has an interesting design of how to change gears. I don't mind it. I don't like it, but I don't mind it. It does also a touch screen display. You got Sirius XM in there. Also another thing is I like the wheel storage as well. So it's down over here. So you can see the wheel storage down there. It makes it a lot easier for accessing it in a cold day or something like that. Also I have an aftermarket hitch, but it was really easy to connect it. I had to pay $250 to get the actual connection activated, which I thought was a little ridiculous, but hey. And then the roof rack assembly is pretty easy. There's some rivets or things that you can put right over here. I haven't personally done it, but it looks pretty easy. Also you can open the door through here. Also that works in the back as well. That's the pros. That's the pros so far. Now to the cons. Oh boy. So with the cons in this car here, and just so you guys can see, so I don't have a lot of miles on here at all, at all. You're gonna see it come up here in a second. But you see 60,000 miles. That's really not a lot. I've had this car for about almost 4 years, and again, it was a 2015, so it's only 6 years old car with only 60,000 miles. It's not a lot. So in the past couple of months, this car has been in the shop non-stop. So the first thing that I had to do with the shop was, for some reason, the PSI. So let me go ahead and show that here. So the oil PSI was insane. It was showing at 100 PSI. It still shows. I took it into the shop. They said everything was fine. The oil temperature was fine, but I've seen this PSI go up to a 100. That doesn't make sense. That shouldn't be happening. So that honestly really threw me off. One of the first things to break was actually one of these hinges over here. I believe it was this one over here, or maybe even both of them. It was $250 to fix. Another thing that I had to deal with was the oil gasket cap was leaking. I also had to get that replaced. That was $2,500. It was insane. Thankfully a lot of the stuff the warranty has covered. Also the engine stands, those had to be completely replaced. The guy at the dealership told me they were crushed. Again, this is only a 6-year-old car. Like, I don't understand how much wear and tear. I've driven this car mainly in highways, like not really like stop and go in city traffic. I mean, the parts are not cheap. They're just not cheap at all. They're really expensive. Another thing that broke on me too. There we go. Was the sensor for this. So it's a gasless cap, which I think is stupid. I don't like it. It broke, so it was basically giving me the check engine light. So I had to spend like another $600 to get that sensor fixed. Another thing is that everything has to be Mopar. So like, you know, the windshield wipers, like all the fluids and things like that, they all have to be like Mopar brand, which again, I didn't really think was cool. And then, you know, also finally, this car has been making this weird clunking noise whenever I park. I've took it into the dealer now 2 times, but it only happens when the car is hot. But I mean, like, it's just been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare for the past couple of months with this car. It's just like repair after repair after repair. And I just don't think this is a reliable car. I want a car that takes me from point A to point B without any noise, without things breaking all the time. I mean, again, it looks cool. The horn's really loud. Like, it looks badass, but it's not a reliable car at all. And from what I've been reading, it looks like a lot of people are having this problem. It looks like when they acquired Fiat or Fiat acquired them, their quality just went down. Like, this isn't an American car. Like, this is not a reliable American car anymore. This is to me like a car that was put together by American engineers trying to do Italian engineering, and they just gave up halfway. Anyways, that's my review of a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Let me know what you think. Put some comments, and you know, please subscribe. All right, have a good one.